I was cruising in a car. In front of me was Remy, and to his left, holding the steering wheel, was Mr. Keckler himself. And now, Remy was telling him about his day, and how the competition went, and all of the medals we won. But then, Mr. Keckler asked this one question, and my heart stopped. So now, this was the day of the social studies competition. And this was like a few weeks after academic, about a month before the AP exams. It wasn't really something that we poured our lives into. We just kind of showed up, competed, and had fun. And after the last test, Remy was telling me about his essay. And the prompt for this essay was a very specific question about India, and you just had to know the answer to before you could begin to write about it. And Remy told me how he wrote in a very bad old English, the type that a sixth grader would imagine Shakespeare would sound like. And he wrote about how he didn't read the book. And now we got this very big, thick book and like a dozen pages of vocab that no one studied. And Remy was honest about that during the essay. And then Miss Oliver ended up grading it. And so now, making a joke during a not so serious competition is one thing. Taking accountability for that is a whole nother can of worms. And so when Mr. Keckler asked him about his essay, he got two choices. Take the easy route, tell a white lie about something that doesn't affect his GPA or college, and Mr. Keckler would have never found out. Or face the wrath of Mr. Keckler. And at first I was a little surprised by Remy's decision. And that was until I heard some of his other stories. Now, one summer, Remy's workout buddy ditched him to go camping. And in order to stay in cross country, he had to make up 147 miles biking. And now without his workout buddy, he had to do this alone. He had to endure all of this pain without any external motivation until he became his own workout buddy. He started motivating himself, and so now without any external motivation, and he had to go through all of these miles, and not once did he consider giving up. And with all of the amount of times where he's just been stranded in the middle of nowhere, his bike broke down, and he decided to keep on going. It was the only thing he could do. And so now, looking back on the car ride, I think it makes a lot of sense why he did the right thing. Why he could have easily gotten away with it, but he chose to stay true to his morals. And so now, you might be thinking, okay, sure, he did the right thing, and he told the truth, but isn't that kind of a stretch? Like, is one small act of honesty really that important? And now I'd like you to imagine a world where no one can tell a lie, where everyone is so internally secure that there's no reason to lie, where all of your strengths are just left out in the open, and all of your flaws are also left out in the open. And in this world, I believe it's the only way you can truly be accepted, when all of your good and bad is portrayed. And so now, looking back on Remy's decision, his one small act of honesty not only tenfolded my respect for him, but I believe it speaks mountains about his character and is very telling of the man he will become.
All right.